All right, so here's another war in DC, and this is another case where the 9.1s really are kicking in and having effects. So the theory is with these 9.1s is across from you, you'll get a pretty well upgraded TH9. Instead, we're getting not very well upgraded TH10s, but they all have inferno towers. So similar situation as the last war in DC versus BMOC. Uh, we had more Inferno Tower cities to hit than we had players with max Infernos. So I put out a notice to the clan. We really need to get our 8s and 9s to get some practice hitting TH10s. And they did. We did a couple of them. Hassoun ran one. I think Derek ran one high. It's a different approach, and we need to get people trained up in it, and we're working on that. So I'll start at the top here. Mark was big. So this is the same thing I was talking about in the last DCA war. You don't want to put your top guy under pressure to have to two-star the two top cities in the war. That's pretty much the pressure we put on Mark. He delivered quite well here. Now, this was the good news is this top city was only a 620 loot bonus city. I think that's fairly well upgraded, but not massively. Not the 650 to 670, which are really difficult to get two on. So Mark had a nice run here, and similarly came back on city number 2 and hit that. So yeah, we were in quite a bit of. At least to me, it looked like we were in trouble on this because the opponent was holding their TH10 attacks till late, and we were really not doing very well high in this war with about 6 hours left. We only had 7 stars on the top 8 cities, and that wasn't going to win the war. So obviously Mark came in and got 4. That was very helpful. So I'll go over, drop down and go over some of what I thought were the key attacks. This one right here by Ashley, to me, was one of this was kind of like the big 2-star. We really needed this one. People were, we've been winning wars by cleaning TH9s to 3 stars, and that's absolutely true in this war. We're doing a really good job on that. But people also started to kind of get in kind of overdosing on that. And so we had a lot of the high cities that were being ignored because everybody's trying to get 3 stars. So we did get a lot of those good 3s, but here, basically, I'll kind of show you some of the places where this started. So here, this is a city we took 2 shots at on ground. And I looked at that and said, as I say to most things, hey, that's an air target. I guess when you're me, everything looks like an air target. But to me, this looks like a very clear air target. So it's one simply throw the heroes down the side, drags up the middle, rage. I think I had a heal in on this one. Only decided to use one freeze on this. Had I thought this one out a little bit better, or if I had drags 5, there's a darn good chance I could have gotten 3 stars on this. This is one where we had a TH9 and a TH10 run ground at it only for 1 star, and I had a couple other guys that were talking about it, and I was like, guys, it's a simple air target to at least get 2. And I was trying to get people to stop attacking this because there was 2 more that were talking about hitting the ground. Okay, so that was that city. And then, right after I hit that, I go, man, we really got to focus on 8 and up. And then we had a couple more misses, I think, on city 15, 3 or 4 attempts to clean that one. They weren't working. And once again, I was like, guys, we're doing well cleaning the 9s. But we really needed to get focused back up front. So the next city I hit was this one. And so it's taken a little getting used to hitting with drags 4 and a free spell that isn't really all that upgraded. And actually on this one I deployed incorrectly. did not mean to drop the hound on the air defense at the top. I meant to drop it on the air defense at the bottom, but it turned out it worked anyway. So, but yeah, I needed to get 2 on there, and then ultimately, this was a really significant attack. Kind of had to talk Matt into this, but he came up with a really innovative attack. We've never done this before. I've never seen this attack before. So here, he's in the same boat as I'm in. He doesn't really have the upgraded freeze yet. So instead of building the 2 freeze and 3 rage, which is kind of what we normally use, he came in with a jump and took out one of the air defenses. Just brilliant. And then here he is, 1 hound, a couple of loons in there, tracking behind it, and then all the drags 4 coming in from the bottom, and has 4 rages now ready for them. And he's actually using the loons to lure the air sweeper away, which cleared the path for the dragons. This was just such a brilliant attack. Just outstanding, well thought out. And so, Matt's, he's, when his attacks work, you just sit there and go, wow, genius. And then when his attacks don't work, he looks just pretty much like the rest of us. But anyway, a really good attack there. So that was it. And then I'll pop down and look over some of the 9 attacks that went well. So, yeah, as is always the case, we had a couple of guys that struggled. So here, John got 99%, good attack, almost had it. And so, you've seen John in our prior awards, consistently solid attacker, but here you are. So, to me, I'm not going to mess with that hound. So I think you've seen, we've kind of given that advice a number of times. If it's a drag, just go. So I think I showed one replay. It was Reaver or Swan in DCA. As soon as he saw the hound, he let loose the attack, didn't mess with it, just basically ran through it. And here's John coming close to the end. I'm not sure. Yeah, there you are, 99%. I think it's hard to say on that. If ignoring the hound would have done it, but it looked like he was potentially there, so we could pick that one up. And big tie, I got 50%. And here's Hamza. So he really, Hamza was kind of an interesting guy. He's another one of the Jahiho guys. And so you never really know quite what you're going to get out of the Jahiho attack. So he sends all his hogs in one group, as opposed to, I think I showed you TJ doing it more the way I do it, where you send them in a pincher movement. But his approach worked, and he got it taken care of here. And so, yeah, just a different attack. And our normal Jahiho hero, Kyle, just really, his attacks went south on him today. Similarly, Zane, his attacks just, it was just their turn to have rough wars. And so here's Hamza at 85% on that one. Carter got 74, Big Tie 81. So here's Oli. I think this is, yeah. It's hard to tell if there's a golem in there for Hog Gowiwi. That's probably what this attack was, but I didn't see the golem up front, so I'm not quite sure what he had in the CC. But we'll see here at the end. But obviously, plenty of hogs left. Yep, that's what it was, of course. Okay, so yeah, nice attack there by Oli. And then here's Derek. So he hit this one late in the war. Also a rare attack where you see drags get 3 3 stars, 9 versus 9. But he ran it pretty well, and was able to get that with a little support from a couple looms, and I suspect a hound in the CC there. And this one, he had the ADs packed tightly in the middle, so all he had to do really was funnel everything in the middle there, and then just simply mop up, and he did that rather nicely. Let's see what else we have here. Soon, probably round. Yep. Yeah, so he ran this attack, and he actually ran a pretty decent attack on City 7. So I was trying to encourage people to go a little bit higher. But yeah, we definitely needed that. As I said, our 9s are just really attacking soundly, 9 versus 9. This is really the core of where we got the advantage and got the win. But let me pull up some of these at the end. So yeah, so here's Derek trying for, and not bad. He got 1 star, and but yeah, he was. I heard Matt chatting with him. Yeah, he had too many hounds in this attack to get to the TH. So we'll talk with him about this. But yeah, he's approaching this kind of like it's a lava bomby or something along those lines, with a lot of hounds trying to distract all the air defenses, which he really doesn't have the time to do. I mean, these dragon attacks at TH10 really are a blitz. You got to move, and you got to move out rather quickly. And he wasn't there, but still, 1 star. This is what we're looking for at a minimum, is figuring out, having our 9s figure out how to 1 star 10, and he got it. So that was nice. And Hassoun also ran 1. He was fairly. Let me see. Yeah, so he cleaned 18 at the end. I forget where he was. Oh yeah, here he is. Yeah, got 39% on this one, and also nice attack. The golems were there. I mean, really, he's coming in with level 2 golems against Inferno towers, and giving it a darn good run. As I said, the P.E.K.K.A is kind of separated on him a little bit. So this is typically not how you're going to get 1 star, but normally you want to kind of eat around the edges to get the 1 star and try and avoid the Infernos. But it was a good attack and good practice for him when he starts hitting higher cities. So anyway, really very nice win here. Another win that was kind of surprising what we were up against in terms of the match. Once again, really outnumbered on the Inferno towers. And as I said, we started to shift a little bit late in the war. People must think I'm out of my mind, which is possibly true. But I was really encouraging people to learn how to 3-star 9s, which is critical. But now with this kind of mix of wars we seem to be getting, we also need to kind of get a resurgence in this inversion play where we periodically have an 8 or 9 jump up and get 1 star on a 10. And what we're trying to do there is take the pressure off the TH10s who are in that absolute must 2-star situation late in the war. Because you put yourself in that situation enough times, you're going to lose. So if we can get some of these 8s and 9s that are otherwise, just running at a target they know they can't 3-star, and have them go up, hit a 10 and 1 star, then we've got the last 10s that have attacks left to actually go through and pick the target they're most likely to do well on, instead of having to absolutely add a star on a target that they might not be able to get or hasn't been started at all yet. So really, it's a bit of a shift in the way the last couple of wars have gone, and we've pulled them out, but until we see if this is kind of a trend with our 9.1s, we're going to go down that road.